Hi, my name is Erin.
My name is Scorch.
And this is our juice bar, the Antidote Juice. Show you around. We opened our juice bar in August of this year, 2020, even in the middle of a pandemic, but we started making juice in our kitchen last year in November and selling it to people in the service industry in New Orleans. We're both ex-service industry workers, or I guess you could say we're still service industry workers, but at this point we have our own service industry, which is helping to keep the New Orleans community healthy. And we both have the mission to also promote a sober lifestyle. I've been sober for 4 years. Scorch has been sober for
6.5 years.
Woo. And we have just grown and gained so much from a sober lifestyle, especially in New Orleans, where the culture is all about drinking and partying, that we wanted to share that with people in our community. So Scorch is actually a sober coach, and he helps people in the community to pursue sobriety if it's what they feel is right for them. And he helps people achieve their goals through sobriety. And we both promote that lifestyle basically just by leading by example. And one of the examples that we've set is by opening this juice bar, which has been a long dream of both of us. The first day that we met, we actually said that we were going to open a juice bar together.
Yeah, we did it.
4 years later, we did it. So anyway, we started making our juices out of our kitchen in November. We saw that there was a need for healthy food in the French Quarter, where the majority of tourism, a lot of restaurants are, a lot of bartenders, and the bartenders and service industry workers in New Orleans, they're underappreciated a lot of the time, and they work really hard, long hours. They don't always get to eat. They don't really get to eat anything healthy, and they just work themselves to the bone. So we started bringing these juices to them so that they could have something healthy to eat or drink during their shift. And just within 2 months, from November to January, we were just pushing juices out like crazy. Like, it took off faster than we ever could have imagined. So in February of this year, 2020, we decided to sign a lease in this location. It's in the Central Business District, 2 blocks away from the French Quarter. We're literally 2 blocks away from Canal Street. So we decided to make it a grab and go, focus on delivery. We have a huge kitchen back here where we produce all of our juices. We have espresso. Over here you'll see our gigantic commercial juicer. It's the biggest one in the city. It's a 2-ton hydraulic press, and it cold presses all the juices to really maximize their nutritional value. So when we signed our lease in February, we were intending to open our juice bar in April. We were kind of optimistically hoping for March or April. But then suddenly there was this crazy pandemic. We had no idea what that was gonna mean, but we knew we had already committed, and our hearts were, set on opening a juice bar. We always wanted to do it. So we kept moving forward, and we, with some setbacks, we opened our doors August 18th of this year. So it's been about 4 months. And honestly, we've been doing well considering that it's a pandemic. I mean, we have regulars, we have people that just rave about our juices, we get new people in the door every day, and we're constantly growing. We're hiring more people, we are expanding our menu, and it's going, honestly, relatively great, but we just aren't opening in the climate that we were expecting to open in. We were expecting to open in the middle of a bustling New Orleans with full-blown tourism, and where all the service industry workers are making that kind of money and all the restaurants are open. At this point, a lot of the places that I used to sell juice to aren't open still, and if they are, it's like they might have a staff of 5 people that work every day. They're not going to buy juice every day. They're not making enough money to buy juice every day. So it's really caused a trickle-down effect to the fact that our clients don't have enough money to afford the juices and the healthy stuff that they need because of the climate of the economy right now. And this business is really important to New Orleans, and we know that people need healthy food in New Orleans. And not only do they need healthy food, but they need the sober life. They need the example that we're setting, that your life doesn't have to be about partying and drugs for it to be meaningful. Our lives have completely changed since we've gotten sober and since we started chasing our dreams, and that's what we want to show people in New Orleans, that you can do whatever you want to do as long as you decide to and put your mind to it. And sometimes some things get in the way.
You're right about that. I mean, the New Orleans economy is based entirely around tourism. And we have no big Fortune 500 companies. It's basically, you come here, you land, it's Mardi Gras, Jazz Fest, all the big festivals, and the service industry workers are a lot of times left trying to manage the same life that people traveling are managing. I was a server for 20 years of my life for Chef Emerald. I became an alcoholic based on the conditions around me. I used party drugs. I also used opioids and a lot of other things to kind of make service life a reality of mine. 6.5 years ago, I made the decision to get my life together, and my brand is everything that shows for it. It is such a big thing to the New Orleans economy to have a brand like ours make it, so that people in the industry can see that, you know, by taking care of yourself, this doesn't have to be an everyday reality. When I was an alcoholic, I didn't have the opportunity to set myself up for healthy choices, fitness, and also healthy dieting. Our brand stands for everything in that whole wheelhouse. We're excited about what we're doing. We wanted this project to be able to make it as a nationwide project. We really do need some help keeping this brand alive.
Yeah, right now we are just barely making ends meet every month, and that's not saying we're not really paying ourselves at all, but we are employing 4 people right now, and we're keeping the lights on just barely. Sometimes we have to decide which bill gets paid and which bill doesn't get paid, especially this month, December. The Christmas month is usually a big month for New Orleans tourism, but not this year. So if y'all can help us in any way, it would be life-changing for us. Like, we need to be able to keep this business going until this pandemic is over, so that we can provide the service that we want to provide for New Orleans. People they need good examples set by people who are sober, so that they can see that having a sober lifestyle, it could be something for them. And then they can see maybe this drinking and alcohol thing is not working for me, and those people, they don't drink, but they still have fun, and they started their own business. That's the kind of example that we're trying to set for people. And if y'all can help us in any way, it would really mean so much to not just us, but to the New Orleans community. So we really thank you for this opportunity.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.